Hey, Virgo, intuitive soul coach here with your March 2023 monthly reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. Today we'll dive into the collective energy of Virgo, so please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right, so Virgo, the key theme showing up for you in the month of March, you have law of attraction, you have clarity, and you also have creativity. So it's going to be a very powerful month for you to get clear on what it is that you want so you can manifest it into your world. You may have even recently created a vision board. You may had some truths come to light, some things showing up on the surface that you were able to see clearly. It could be healing. It could be within your professional or your career life. It could be in your personal life regarding relationships. But I do feel like you carry and hold this magnetized attraction in the month of March where you start to see things synchronistically happening for you. So for example, you may want to take a class or a workshop and you see it show up in an email or on a post on your social media feed. You may be thinking about a friend or a family member you haven't spoken with for quite some time, and boom, you get a text message or a call within an hour. You may be wanting to go to the store and find a certain item and you find the perfect piece because you are aligning with this energy of attraction, and your positive affirmations and your abundant mindset are really in alignment. So as they say, be careful what you wish for, Virgo, because things are happening at a very rapid pace and you're manifesting at a rapid pace as well. And that can show up for both sometimes the things that you don't want and the things you do want. So make sure that you get clear on your intentions, get clear on what it is that you want to see happening. For example, you may say to yourself, you go into a job or a career that you really dislike and you say, I really don't want to be here. I hate the surroundings. I hate the circumstances. And you're putting out this negative energy, not so much negative energy, but lower frequency where you're wanting a change, but maybe you don't see, letting go or quitting that job as an option. You may find that a tower moment comes in and manifests, right? Because sometimes we need those tower moments to come in and bring the unexpected change that can bring us that awakening that offers freedom. Okay, now I'm not saying that's going to happen. We don't see a tower moment in your reading, but I do feel on a collective level, March, April, and May really shake things up. So make sure that you are aligning with what it is that you want, Virgo. And I'm sensing that the more you stay abundant, the more that you raise your frequencies and your vibrations, the more you'll be able to bring about peace within amidst what's going on in the outer world. Okay. And sometimes, yes, we don't want to be in a situation, whether it's a relationship or whether it's a job. You have free will to shift the energy or to stay in the energy. So you may go to that job every day and say, I really dislike being here. I don't like the people I'm working with. I don't like the negativity that they bring about. But what's happening sometimes is we actually mirror the energy of others. And you all may be in a situation where you don't like where you're at, or you don't like what you're doing, or you don't like the drama or the negativity that's surrounding, but you get caught up in that energy as well, because it's sometimes hard not to when you have 5 people over here that are in a specific dynamic. You can't help but be gravitated at times towards that. But now you're saying to yourself, no, I'm getting clear on what I want, and I'm going to raise my vibration, even if I'm in this situation that is less than ideal, so I can attract to me a new beginning, a new energy. So there's awareness that you are in a situation that is less than ideal if you are, but there's also that awareness of how to shift out of that energy that may be over here and onto something better so you can manifest what you want in your life. And some of you are really heading towards this creative new path for yourself. It could be getting creative within your relationships. For others of you, you're feeling inspired to say yes. You're feeling inspired to take something to the next level. And this could be your gifts as well. Now, when this creativity card shows up, this is all about new inventions, new ideas, using your imagination, expression as well. The throat chakra is highlighted here as well. That throat is all about expressing yourself, being creative, speaking your world into being, helping other people, kind words. It's also about your talents, your skills, discovering pieces of yourself that may have felt hidden, but you've had them all along, right? And this is about you feeling inspired to use and hone in on those gifts. And those gifts are coming to you at a very fast pace. The things that you are wanting in your life, internally, externally. You're getting clear on your path forward. You're getting clear on your purpose. There may have been truths that came to the surface here in order for you to see a clear path. So for example, let's say you were in that position at your job that you didn't love, and it was causing turmoil physically, mentally, emotionally, and there was a tower moment. Maybe you got fired. Maybe you decided to leave. Maybe it was too much for you. That actually allowed you to see things clearly, even though there may have been a little bit of fear. What now? What's next? How am I going to pay the bills? How am I going to find a new job? How am I going to, put food on the table? Whatever this is here for you, you're having this new sense of clarity. You're feeling inspired. Maybe that was the best blessing in disguise that you could have went through in the past. Now, you do have the 5 of Cups showing up in your reading combined with the 7 of Swords. So I feel that there may have been a situation in the past that disappointed you on a heart level. The 5 of Cups, it's actually been showing up for a lot of people. So there could certainly be something within the collective energy, some sort of truth being exposed, but I feel like it's allowing you to get clear on what you want. There may have been a disappointment. There may have been a betrayal. There may have been bitterness, but I feel like you're not sitting in this space for too long, because you're realizing that when you sit in that space, you attract the things that you don't want necessarily. And you're working with the law of attraction in a more abundant, positive mindset. And it's freeing you from something that had held you back. 5 of Cups. Okay. And the 5 of Cups, I feel like, yes, you allowed yourself to grieve, or you allowed yourself to feel the wave of disappointment that may have showed up, but you're saying, I'm getting back out there. I'm doing what I need to do. I got this. You have an era of confidence here, Virgo. This is your energy of feeling good, of feeling on top of the world. This is about you chasing those dreams, feeling creative, maybe building your own business, being confident, being wise and bold, because you are inspiring others to live their best life. You may have been through some challenges, and you may be able to help other people through the challenges, help them move through fear, help them heal. So a lot of you are taking your business or your career to the next level, because you may have those natural leadership qualities within you. You may be really good with working with others, multitasking. You may work in an office, or you may be building something on the side that may be quite creative, but it actually helps you see that a situation that left you disappointed, or maybe even abandoned, neglected, or left a little bit of a imprint on your heart, that it was a situation that's allowing you to feel better about who you are. You're able to dive into the real you, the real authentic you. This is about unconditional love as well. And that's been a common theme showing up. You're walking away, leaving behind or abandoning a belief, a situation, a pattern, a relationship, a job, something that no longer serves you. Because what is the 8 of Cups walking towards? They're 9 of Cups. So mid-March, I feel like you're getting clear on what it is that you want. Crystal clear, in fact. And you're finding solutions through meditation, through crystal therapy, through working with a coach, a mentor, or just some sort of truth that's coming to the surface that's going to allow you to build upon a new stability. You have the King of Materials, which is the King of Pentacles. This is big boss energy, focusing on your success, your money, your abundance, your prosperity. You're willing to work your way to the top. Some of you may be even speaking to a financial advisor, a business investor, a real estate broker or agent, property expert. You're not afraid to put in hard work and build your empire, Virgo, but I do feel like there may be some truths coming out here for you that are going to allow you to walk away, abandon, or leave something in order to heal, in order to live a better life, or to bring in more money, more success, or more abundance. And it starts from within. You realize here, Virgo, that you are that magnetized law of attraction. You're realizing how it works, that sometimes when you stay in that energy, energy of less than ideal, lower vibration, that you're going to stay in that what I call the comfort zone, which it's not necessarily healthy and it's not necessarily comfortable, but it's familiar. And that's what the comfort zone is what's familiar. But we are living in an age, an era, Virgo, that is supposed to break free from that comfort. We are guided here to head towards our own inner truth, for us to ask questions, for us to not be the sheep that just follow, right? The Seven of Swords energy showing up is saying free yourself from a less than ethical situation, or a situation that's not, it's not where there's someone's up to no good here, okay? Whether it's a situation where maybe someone lied, cheated, stole, could have wore a mask. There may have been a cover up here. Maybe you weren't able to get to the root of the situation, but I feel like you are now. There's a disappointment that you're healing from that maybe you weren't always able to see, but you're finally moving on from. Because your final card, I really love this, Virgo. Your final card is the Knight of Inspiration, Knight of Wands. So regardless of what's happening here, your first card out is the Queen of Wands. Your final card is the Knight of Wands. So regardless, again, of the disappointments that you felt, the betrayal, the loss, smack dab in the middle of your reading, you are setting a foundation of a stronger empire. And I've been saying this a lot, and it's something that recently come up, that we can have that unconditional love. We can be in that energy of love for what we do, a love for our family, a love for our partners, but we do need conditions around that energy. And if you need further clarification on how that may work in your own personal life, please book a personal reading. But it's important to set healthy boundaries, and it's important for us to get clear on what we want and how we want to, not necessarily the how to manifest, because it's about you raising your vibrations. And that's what you're doing here, especially at the end of March. Knight of Wands is about adventure. If you are brave enough to move forward, which you absolutely are, Virgo, you are a warrior. You are a leader. You may get things done quickly, but I feel like you are able to go forward with enthusiasm, with excitement, with creativity, with inspiration, and you may even be on a path of inspiring others through social media, through an online platform, through writing a book, through telling your story, through helping break some sort of generational cycle with your own family. It doesn't have to just be professionally, but a lot of you are overcoming a disappointment. You're moving forward, and you're clear on your path this time around, where in the past, maybe you felt like you were clear, but there could have been some sort of emotions, or maybe you weren't quite sure how this law of attraction worked. Maybe you weren't quite sure on the spiritual side, or gaining a higher perspective of a situation, but you have the tools available. You have the resources that you've always had, but now you're able to see things clearly, and you're able to really align with a lot of beautiful energy. And we'll talk about this exchanging gifts in the end of your reading. Now, Virgo, when it comes to finances, when it comes to money, wealth, abundance, you actually have the Anchor and you have the Feather. So you go from a really heavy energy to a really light energy. The Anchor can be about money blocks. It can be about being stuck, or it can be about you anchoring down in a situation where you're able to grow. You're able to grow your empire here. And maybe you have your anchor in something at this time, but now you're clear that it's going to work out for you. You're not giving up on. For others of you, if you are in a situation where there was a block, you're learning why there was a block, how to pick up anchor, remove it, and to not take things so, how do I say this? Not so seriously, but not put all of your eggs in one basket is kind of what I'm getting here. So I feel like you're spreading yourself out to new opportunities instead of thinking that this is the only direction. You're getting clear that there's a lot of ways to manifest and bring about something, but it doesn't have to look exactly how you thought it would. Okay, perhaps you've always thought you were going to go in this direction because you may have a certification, a degree. You may be and you may excel in your line of work, but it may be a branch off, Virgo, because I'm getting some of you may be branching off with what it is that you've learned or known in order to bring in more abundance. And this could also be a branch off of, a new income source. Perhaps you went to school for, hospitality or hotel management, where you thought you were going to run a big company, or you thought you'd be working with hotels and that was your clear vision. And then you realize, wow, maybe I make a better real estate agent or broker, or I want to invest in Airbnbs and help people live their dream by finding their dream home. So again, I'm getting a branch off of something you thought was going to be. And same with a relationship. Perhaps you thought that this relationship was going to be the one, and it took a little bit of a turn. And maybe you had children with this person, or maybe they taught you some very important life lessons, relationship lessons, or things about yourself. And you're realizing that just because we have a clear intention at that time, that we can have these detours that help us evolve and help us navigate. Now with this anchor, you may be traveling in the month of March. For others of you, you may be heading towards the water, or maybe you even work on ships. Some of you they're showing me a cruise line. So you may be taking a cruise. You may live near a boat yard, or you may decide to purchase a boat as well. But this is about stability. And I feel that for those of you who've been stuck when it comes to money, there's more stability coming in here for you, because we have the feather. And this is about easy money. It is about abundance. Instead of feeling like we're coming up against a block financially, or with our wealth or with our money, this is about divine intervention showing up here for you. And we talked about that a little bit in the beginning, where sometimes a tower comes in, or sometimes a situation is outside of our control. But when you are able to find that peace within, I feel like you're able to stay in that frequency, a higher frequency, to attract what it is that you truly desire and that you truly want. This is about abundance, Virgo. Light work, air related. Some of you may be, again, traveling, or it may be undecided on your next step forward, but you have a clear path that you are going to be successful. Okay, there may be a new beginning or a new job that, yes, you don't know how the next 5 years are going to turn out, but you know where you are now, because I'm getting more of the being in the moment. And you actually have exchanging gifts. And whenever I hear the word gifts, it reminds me of present. Staying in the present is the gift. So I hope you're following me there. So I feel like there's a very, very important moment, time, present gift that is being offered to you in the month of March that's going to help you move forward towards your 9 of Cups. Now, when it comes to love, Virgo, you are lovable. You deserve love. You come from love. But sometimes, as she's pulling that arrow. In order for us to fully launch, in order for us to fully move forward, we have to pull that arrow backwards. And it may at times seem like you're taking 5 steps back, 20 steps back, but actually it's preparing you. It is planning. It is you launching to move forward when it comes to matters of the heart. You have love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Now, if you are looking for love, you're magnetized. This is a perfect month, Queen of Wands, for you to attract that Knight of Wands, right? He's coming in towards the end of the month. He or she, it doesn't matter. But I do feel that you are able to let go of some sort of pain, hardship, heartache, disappointment, and walk towards your wish fulfillment, okay? And build a solid, strong foundation. As long as you can let something of the past come to light, some sort of truth, some sort of pain, some sort of hurt, gain clarity on what you need, and move forward with ease, move forward with more joy and happiness and trust. Very powerful. Now, when it comes to what your soul really wants you to take a look at, you had 2 cards that came out. Leo also had 2 cards. If you have Leo in your chart, or if you're on that cusp, you may want to check that out, because there is a little bit of a similar energy here. But you have, what if it was easy? It doesn't have to be hard. Call in the universe, the stars, the angels, and all their powers. Find the solution. Would you take the next step if it were easy? It's time to expect ease, Virgo. Call in grace and receive guidance. You are supported. Today's soul action. List 10 possible ideals for your soul's current calling. Lean into ease. It's here. You just have to say yes to it. Sometimes we stay in that comfort zone, that familiar zone of drama or of disappointment, or we feel like we've been living a life that's been so challenging that must be what we are going to get in the future, right? That's not how it has to be. And yes, there may have been challenges that you've struggled with, but I'm sensing that for some of you Virgos, there's still an energy here of you hanging on to something of the past, that you can head towards that wish fulfillment, head towards manifesting your dreams, raise that vibration, raise that frequency so you can get into alignment with what you truly desire and you can attract it into your world. You also have here, am I letting fear stop me? Underneath fear, false evidence appearing real, which yes, it may have felt very real to you at one point in your life, right? 20 years ago when you went through that traumatic experience, 10 years ago when you went through that divorce, 5 months ago when you went through that person who passed away, 3 months ago when you dealt with that liar, that cheater, right? Those are things that, yes, we've carried that emotion based on the experience that we had, and that human emotion is normal. It's part of the human experience. But what we do with it, right? Do we carry it with us and tell ourselves that it's going to continuously happen? Right? That is us vibrating in that same energy, that same frequency. When you can release it and you can say to yourself that this is an experience that happened for my evolution, for my growth, that it doesn't have to define my future relationships, that it doesn't have to stop me in my tracks when it comes to manifesting new money in the future, right? It's easier said than done, I know, but it doesn't have to be so difficult when we can focus on giving fear that back seat, right? False evidence appearing real. Are you experiencing a mountain of fear, Virgo? Are you stalling? Are you freezing? Are you giving up? Because look at this, 5 of Cups. She's froze. It looks like she's the ice queen. She may want to stall. She may want to give up. She may not know her path forward necessarily, which you're getting clarity here. But the juicy secret, beautiful souls, is that you are the boss of fear. You are unstoppable, but it's up to you to see that by taking action. We don't realize, not all the time, that we are responsible for our healing. It doesn't mean that, the thing that happened to you was okay, right? It doesn't mean that it makes it any less painful, but it's our responsibility if we want to carry that or if we want to feel it and release it and move forward and build upon that life that is more abundant, more love, more success. Okay, don't let fear hold you in your tracks, stall you, freeze you, tie you up, restrict you. Be brave today and do it scared. Choose one fear and move through it. You are in need of a hero, Virgo, so that is who you will become. Yes, you absolutely will. There was another sign as well. It was either Cancer or Leo, I believe, that literally got that same message, not from a card, but from spirit, that you are in need of a hero, so that's who you'll become. You are your own hero here. And sometimes we get into that victim mode and we say, well, I need someone to come rescue me. I need this person to come in before I feel happy. I need this relationship. When I find the perfect guy or girl, I'll be happy. When I find that perfect job, I'll be happy. It is about you raising your frequency right now, being happy in the now. Even if you at times feel lonely, even if you at times do not like the job that you are in, even if at times your children or your family members drive you crazy. It is about being grateful and being in the present, raising your vibration regardless of what's going on around you, giving fear a back seat, saying, fear, you're not going to control. You're not in the driver's seat. Right? Fear is a part of this human experience. We need it. We need it for at times because it's part of our healing, our protection. It can caution us. It can show us things. That's part of having this human experience, but we don't have to let fear run our lives. So really take a look at that, because some of you at times may feel like you are going to repeat a pattern, or that something or someone's going to be unfaithful or betray you or be dishonest. Or sometimes we fear our own selves to make the decisions we need to move forward with clarity, with ease. Trust your intuition here, because you have heightened emotions and heightened energies this month that are really going to open you up to realizing that you have gifts that are beyond. You have extraordinary gifts, Virgo. Now, the Buffalo Spirit says the abundant universe will provide. It's card 10. And 10 in tarot is the Wheel of Fortune. So even better than that tower. This is about destiny and fate intervening, which we also see with the feather. We have divine intervention. You will be supported. You are going to be okay. If anything, you're going to be better than okay because you're heading towards your wish fulfillment. So what are those wishes? What are those dreams? Don't give up on them, Virgo, because they're manifesting before your very own eyes. So believe it. Next we have Keepers of the Earth. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. You may be seeing animals. You may even be getting messages from loved ones who've crossed over. Some of you may have medium abilities, and that's being heightened for you this month. Also, you're breaking some ancestral patterns that have been maybe happening lifetimes prior. You may even be seeing wolves, elephants, cougars, eagles. You can see all of those beautiful creatures, and that may be a very important message for you. If you see them in the great outdoors, see them on your social media, maybe you see someone wearing a shirt, pay attention because that's a reminder, Spirit saying you are not alone. And lastly, you have deep replenishment, retreat, rest, and be held. Some of you may be traveling. Some of you are taking a little bit of time out to focus on creative endeavors, for you to focus on feeling inspired, feeling good from the inside out, expressing yourself, using your talents, your imagination. You may be an artist as well, and your best work comes from a little bit of downtime in order for you to truly embrace your imagination and your creativity for that blend. That's what creates miracles here. And lastly, you have exchanging gifts. It's card 27. Now, some of you may have a birthday on the 22nd, or excuse me, the 27th, the 2nd, the 7th, or even the 9th. And let's take a look at the message for you. This is all about the law of giving and receiving, which is kind of like that law of attraction. What you put out, you're going to receive in return. It is about trade-offs, weighing costs, and determining value. You are entering into a productive and enriching time when all manner of opportunities are being offered to you. You have everything you need, Virgo, to seize them. Yet in order to honor them, you must put in the time, exchange your experience and skills, and commit heart and soul to what you are choosing to pursue. You can do it. You have what it takes to be successful if you align with the law of giving and receiving. You must engage in a dance of give and take, push and pull, doing and being. If you let fear guide your choices, you could deplete yourself or create an imbalance. This is not a time of just do. Use your currency wisely and be mindful of the value others bring to your life. Wow. So that literally talks about the fear that we were just talking about here. But I also want to read to you the protection message, because remember what I said in the beginning? At least I thought I said this. Be careful what you wish for, or it's that energy of making sure that you keep that vibration high, because sometimes we can get the things that we don't want. And that's what this message is saying as well. Be careful what you pray for, because you just might get it. And then you realize you don't want to face the hefty price tag that comes with it. You may find yourself in a situation you've always desired, but know that you will have to walk away, hello, 8 of Cups, have to walk away from or even fail at because you can't or won't pay the dues it asks of you. If you want to be a famous musician, you have to practice your craft every day. If you want to be a millionaire, you have to be responsible for managing the money and paying the taxes. Even a windfall bears a cost. It's okay though, because Spirit will help you achieve balance over time. Another message here reminds you that being only the giver and not the receiver plays out in many relationships in your life, where you find yourself in victim mode, in a codependent dynamic, or holding on to a false sense of control. Others may push you to continue to prove yourself. The time has come to distance yourself from this kind of imbalance. Being aware of the need for both give and take is the first step to your true destiny. It's all good and getting better. Not only can you handle this, but you can flourish as a result of it. Wow. That exchanging gifts, both the positive and the protection message, synchronistically flows with what we've been talking about. So I hope that resonates for you, beautiful Virgos. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell if you haven't already. Thank you so much for tuning in. Lots of love.